let's do the clappy wappy.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
You did it twice, didn't you?
You're a nightmare.
You did it twice. You just clapped twice.
1, 2, 3. You've had enough clap, love. You don't need any more clapping in your life, let me tell you.
Christ. Get on with it. Do bloody introduction. I'll figure it out in post.
Oh, I don't know why you're screaming. All right, then. Well, welcome back to Up the Aft with this nasty bitch Titty
Oh, God. And this absolute disgrace of a woman, Miss Georgie Porgie.
Oh, don't disgrace. The only thing I've disgraced recently is me labias.
Case in point. Hold on a minute, you used to hold your breath during that whole song just because you needed to suck in for the corset? Or
no, because I thought they'd be able to hear me, but I didn't realise you just edit that out.
We can hear you, that's what the listener doesn't realise is all I get in the dead space of you is...
Shut up!
I have to silence that out, so
true.
that's why it takes me so long to edit an episode to get on up for our lovely listeners every Friday, which leads me on to our first point, Miss Georgie Porgie.
Oh,
is that I messaged you. Here we go. I'm quite on it, and I'll say right. Busy schedule, busy gal. I'm ready. Ready to record. Let me know when you are. I said this. What was this? Sunday?
Yeah.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
I was like, listen, girl, we need to do it. I've got an episode coming up. I know, busy week for me. I've got to find all this time to figure it out. Left on red. Hi, you ready to record? Silence. She practically blocked me. Changed the number. Moved addresses.
I will say that she did decide to do this at 4:51 p.m. She texted saying ready when you are. I understand there's time difference.
Yeah.
But you should be getting up at 4 a.m. to do this. If you were committed.
Absolutely not. Because, well, how much are you committed to it then?
I've been working...
Because for the past 3 days this week, you've left me on red. I've had 0 response.
That's not true, listener, and I'll post the receipts. Because I've literally been stomping around Canal Street for 3 days, working, actually getting gigs on land, unlike some drag queens, Miss Titty Car. And therefore,
well, it's nice to know. It's nice to know the Yorkshire Ripper's back in full force.
But I don't just rip our rim as well. The Yorkshire Rimmer.
The Yorkshire Rimmer.
Can you imagine the Yorkshire Rimmers on the loose?
Well, cheers. Now you're back in Manchester.
Yeah, I know,
Christ.
girl. I know.
Drop your Brazilian boyfriend like a sack of hot shit. What's he up to?
That's not true. He's on the ship. I'm coming to visit him soon.
I know. We did a tour yesterday together. Actually, it was very intimate, but more on that later. So back, what I was saying before is that yes, I'm trying to ask when Miss Georgie Porgie is available, but it's surprising actually for someone who's so unavailable and not busy. She's still not doing any gigs. You
nasty cow! If they will follow me on Instagram and they will see I was booked and blessed. I was busy. Oh, she's just having a big glug of her water. Look, unprofessional. Should have done that before.
Oh, I'm just lubing my throat. So I'll tell you what I've got on. Actually, it's this gold lame, pronounced lame, pleated, almost chiffon, really very, very Mugler-esque kind of floor-length gown. 2 thigh slits for both of my thighs. A custom Laduca boot with a bit of embroidery on the toe. And no wig.
No wig.
Just the wig cap. It's very Doja Cat, the Schiaparelli.
Oh, I saw that. That freaked me out. I wanted to pop a couple of them spots.
I know, Christ. It's like, it's bad if you've got that phobia against holes and stuff, isn't it? That was terrible.
Yeah, well, you haven't got that.
No.
Have you ever seen, like, Dr. Pimple Popper or something?
Oh, I'm obsessed with that.
I reckon she had a massive pimple.
Yeah, her head was a whole pimple.
And they were like, well, we'll have to cover it up.
She's like, biggest day of her life. She woke up, massive spot on her face. They said, I know. We'll just cover you in them.
Fuming. Well, Titty, I've got something very interesting on today. Well, sure I've got the most gorgeous ginger and blonde mullet that I did myself.
Oh my God, I am not kidding. The amount of shit I got when you were on board about me not being able to style wigs, me not being able to do. And all you do is, buddy, sew in a bit of horsehair, literally turn it upside down, shake it twice, and don't even glue it to your head. And apparently that's fashion. Don't think so.
Don't you start. Do you know how many compliments I had on that wig? 1.
So you had 1 compliment from that wig, and was it Barb?
No, Barb, because she had a matching one on.
it's a very unique style, I must admit, and I'd not be able to pull it off, but I wish you would pull it off.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't even be able to put it on. Your head would be so confused with the weight of an actual drag queen's wig. Who wouldn't know what to do. Well, and then on the bottom, God. I've got this gorgeous floor-length cheetah print dress on, because I'm all about the cheetah print now.
And it is skin tight, I must admit.
And where you've got 2 thighs, I've actually got 3 with me third leg, so I've got 3 slits.
Not even bothered to tuck.
No, never. And then on the bottom, I've got a pair of the most gorgeous Louboutins on that I found down the charity shop.
But I can just see, actually, that little toe is just poking out the side. It's just hooked over the edge of the shoe because it's actually quite small for your feet. But, get some airtime for that little toenail.
They're a child size 4, so that's the struggle.
It's not the first time you've been in a child.
Oh,
anyway, right, move
on.
Oh,
yeah, that's the guy. So tell me about this tour you went on. I saw it all over Instagram.
So we did a lovely tour. We were in Cozumel in Mexico, and we did a lovely tour around Tulum. Oh my God, it was travelling after travelling. We got a 40-minute boat over to the main island. Then we got a 50-minute car over to Tulum. Then we got a 10-minute thing over to the other thing. And then we had to do another 15-minute journey over to where the actual. We went to caves, under the underground with all the stalactites and the stalactites nets.
I'm aware what a cave is.
Yeah, well, I know you live in one. We're walking through, wading through water.
Yeah.
With all, beautiful, gorgeous. We, life jackets. We've got our helmets on, lights on our heads. I mean, it was very Lara Croft Tomb Raider, I must admit. But it was obviously, we were in such an intimate, close space. We just had to be. We had no other option than to be all over each other, and I must admit your boyfriend was very, very handsy. Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't need the extra help, but he very handsy. So.
Oh, interesting, Titty, because I got a different report from him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, from him was that you were very unfriendly to everyone because you do think that you are a higher stature because you have 2 portholes.
Oh,
he said that you had to get your own bus. You refused. You refused to get into the public bus or the public boat, so you ended up on a jet ski.
Yeah. Private tour.
Apparently you refused to eat the Mexican food. In fact, you spat and pulled out an American Lunchable from your bag. So it's more just, eating stuff that wasn't Mexican, because as we know, you are a bit of a racist.
I've had some Mexican in me. Just last week.
Oh my God, listen to this. So my friend Richard, he was on ships for years, like 10 years, and he was married to another crew member.
Yeah.
And he walked into his cabin one day while he was meant to be working. And his ex-husband was inside a Mexican guy. So my friend Richard always gets drunk, and he says, "You think your life is hard? I had to pull my husband out of a Mexican."
Oh my God. Guacamole everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So we had very.
Well, that sounds nice.
Very adventurous day. It was lovely. Yeah. It was quite. You don't want to be claustrophobic down there. Christ.
No.
But, anyway, there we go. I mean, it's been all happening on the ship, I'll be honest. So I did, I've got the show that I go on. And I did want to bring this up because you'll probably understand this as well. But being a drag queen, obviously, in the UK, compared to being a drag queen or performing somewhere like America, it's so different, the audience response. So I know we get, tips aren't obviously obliged.
No.
You don't need to tip on the ship. But some people still, it's in the culture in America that they tip their drag queens. And for me, it's so, I don't expect it at all, because in England, it's just not a thing.
Yeah.
So when people do, it's amazing. But what I don't understand is, drag queens in America walk around grabbing money. That's all they do for the number. I've got shit to do. I'm busy. I'm kicking my leg. I'm running around screaming. I was in the middle of the bloody Silks routine, and someone's there waving some money at me, like, "Oh, can you take it off me?" I'm like, "Where do you want me to put it, love? Where do you want me to put it? I got to use my hands." But she
probably thought you could stick it under that wig.
Yeah.
Maybe actually give it a bit of
volume.
Give it some height.
God.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, so every so often we get the odd $1, $2, whatever it was. But when I tell you, I don't know if it was something in the water or if it was just payday, because my God, they were throwing it from the balcony, crumpled up.
No.
Raining on me. There was a bit where I was on the floor. Someone came over, dropped all these dollar bills on me. Honestly, made a good $3.60. There was one point someone threw a bit of loose change at me.
Well, that's the funny thing you said about throwing loose change, because the reason they don't tip in the UK is because it would be pound coins being thrown at a drag queen.
It would. I mean, I'll take a good pounding any day, but not to the face.
Not that. But you know, it is interesting because I did massively struggle when I first started performing in the US. I was like, I've not got time to be picking up dollars.
I mean, I wouldn't call it performing, would you? I wouldn't call it performing.
Do you know what, Titty? I was a drag queen on ships before you even knew what ships were, darling.
Well, that's because you've got 20 years senior on me.
Oh, as if. But no, seriously, it is stressful grabbing the dollars. I just give up. I just stop grabbing them. I just want to swing my arms back in a windmill.
Yeah, I end up throwing them on you, and then obviously our lovely tech team pick them up and gather them up. But honestly, I really appreciate it. But again, just so oblivious to it all. But anyway, that was it. I'm a queen, a tipping queen now.
Yeah, just the tip, darling. Well, you're going back to Europe soon, so don't get used to it.
That's it. The money will have run dry. But anyway, there we go. Did you hold your breath for that one as well?
Yeah, always.
I wish you would.
Shut up.
Breath bloody stinks. Right, so obviously sleeping on, you know, you mentioned my portholes and my position on the, you know, in the cabin. And I've got something to admit. The past week or so, because being on a ship, you know, you get all these vibrations sometimes, and you get you know, these odd noises and clanks, and Christ, it's like literally living in a workyard sometimes. So it's happened 3 times in this past month, right? Is when I'm getting ready for bed, and I'm in between that stage of being awake and not fully asleep, but you know, you're on the way there, right? And for whatever reason, whenever they turn the thrusters on or whatever they do, the whole room kind of shakes, and it's like this slow vibration lull. Now, I don't know what it is about that, whether it sends my body into a hypnotic state, or, you know, it's the perfect combination of me being just slightly conscious, this whole vibration of my body. But I've been having sleep paralysis for the past 3 times.
Wait, what does sleep paralysis mean?
So basically, I don't know if it is sleep paralysis or not, but I'm asleep, and then you know the feeling of someone in the room, and it's not just a kind of like, oh, I think someone's in here. It's a feeling of like, I can feel someone else's presence 2 centimeters away from my face, and it's that kind of, it is, and that's like the paralysis kind of thing, where like you can't move, you can't speak, you can't open your eyes, and you're still kind of conscious enough to feel that there's someone walking towards you from the door. And then I'm like, hold on a minute, the door's locked, there's no one in here. But for like maybe 5 or 10 seconds, it's the feeling of someone, you know, like the intrusion that someone's in walking towards you. Not only that, get this, here's the gag and twist of the goo. Well, the second time, same again, the vibrations of the ship, I was in that kind of mid, you know, on the way to sleep state. In my mind, I felt someone was in the room, they were walking towards me. And for some reason, it was this girl with a cup of boiling hot water.
Yeah.
Didn't see it, still had my eyes closed, but this is just what I thought. She went to throw it on me, and it jolted me awake, the feeling of having this kind of burning water on me.
Yeah.
Obviously, no burns, but it was the shock, you know, the sensation that I just had burning water thrown on me. Woke up straight away, and then, you know, perfect, back to normal. No, everything's fine.
Oh my God.
Can you believe that?
That's terrifying. It's like nightmares, but feels real.
It genuinely feels real, and like you're paralysed, you can't do anything. At first, I thought you'd taken the plane over and just locked, you know, unpicked the lock in my door, come over, just throw a cup of boiling hot water on me.
Yeah, well, I would. The thing is,
you'd do that as well. Yeah.
It definitely is a dream as well, because there is no way, regardless of gender, that there's anyone coming in your room apart from maybe your cabin host, because you are so disgusting that no one would ever.
Listen, they come in here, they see the fur throw, they see the $90 Blissy pillows, the gold pillows,
and they say, look at this absolute raging homosexual, and they run. I just know the smell in there as well. Poor Carlos, the Uber driver's got to move back into that room.
Well, the state that he left it when I came in, Christ, anything would be better than what bloody he left it for me. I had to rip the whole carpet up and replace it. I don't know what you did.
That's what you made your pyjama party costume out of, that carpet.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
gorgeous. I have to ask you, have you ever seen Nighty?
Oh my God, have I ever seen Nighty? This is, I can't believe we've never spoke about this before, but when I tell you it is one of my all-time favourite series, the darkest humour ever, obsessed, absolutely obsessed with it. And this is what I was saying, I think it's Julia Davis, isn't it? Or
yeah,
I think
Julia Davis
has her own podcast, Joan and Jericho.
So funny.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. But yeah, Nighty, obsessed. I didn't realise you'd watch it as well. But
the reason I watched it, I watched it within 2 days. There's not that many episodes. There's like 12 episodes or something.
Have you only just recently watched it?
For the first time, yeah.
Oh, it is an absolute classic. Thoughts, feelings, considerations. What do you think?
I loved it, and I watched it for a reason, and the reason is because me and Barb got to work with her over the weekend.
Really? You didn't tell me this?
On a project, because I didn't know who she was, as I did know who she was, Georgie, of Gavin and Stacey. So Barb made me watch.
This is the only time I'll be jealous of you.
I know.
The only time.
Yeah, so obviously I can't really tell you what the project is. It's a bit of a secret, but obviously we can say that it was with Julia Davis. She was there. A few other honourable mentions were there.
How was it? How was it working with her?
It was amazing. Yeah. She was so funny and so nice.
I'm obsessed, honestly.
My favourite scene is when she's working in Beauty by Jill.
Yes.
And the woman starts falling off the chair, and she goes, she goes, Joy, can you see to my falling lady, please?
Yeah.
And then she takes the money out of the purse.
If you've not seen Nighty, go out and watch it. It's absolutely it's a work of art, truly.
Hiya Cath.
Hiya Cath.
And the reason I thought of it just now is because you said about someone being in your bedroom while you're asleep, but the character Jill is obsessed with this disabled woman and her husband, and there's a scene where she's in their bedroom at night and they turn the lights off and she starts heavy breathing. She's just for attention. She's like and then when they turn the light back on, she goes silent as if it wasn't her. She goes, night then.
That's you on the mic, honestly.
It was, oh my God, Nighty is fabulous. I also started watching Sally Forever, which is her newer one that's on Sky.
See, I've not seen that.
And basically she's a raging lesbian.
Right.
And she basically does the same thing. She infiltrates someone's life, makes them leave their partner and blah, blah, blah for her, and she moves in. And
it's a bit like you, actually, isn't it?
Sorry?
A bit like you, just infiltrating everyone's life, stealing the boyfriends and moving on.
Shut up, Titty. Right, well, Titty, I think I can see something floating in over there.
I think I can as well. Let me just reach out my porthole and grab it. There we go. All right, I've got it. Quick, I'll open the bottle. There we go. Oh God! Let me get that paper out and send it over to you. Have you got it?
Oh,
just a little paper aeroplane for you.
Oh, I just caught it.
Catch it. Okay.
Yeah, I've got it.
Right, this is our little message in a bottle. So someone was obviously needing some advice. So they've, asked us for some advice, and here we are. We'll read it out.
Well, this says, hiya, girls. This says, hiya, girls. My name is Sally, and I'm from Titty Fartshire.
Oh, right.
Well, that sounds gorgeous. Titty Fartshire.
I think it's up north.
Yeah, it must be. Whenever there's an ugly name like that, it's up north.
Pack it in now.
And this says, I need your help. I am a single woman in an office full of married men.
Oh dear.
There have been multiple occasions where multiple of the men have flirted with me, and even a few of them asked me for drinks. Now the thing is, I have taken them up on this a few times, and with the 50 men that work in my office, I have slept with 48 of them.
Oh God.
Dear. Sally. Just like most people, we're having our Christmas do in February to save costs of having it over Christmas.
Right.
And therefore, I'm about to meet all 48 of the wives at the same time in the same place. My question is to you girls, what do? Do I go in and, be proud? They might be suspicious already. A few of them, I've heard their husbands say that they're suspicious of them. They're all going to know it's me. I'm the only woman in the office. Help me.
Oh, gosh. Well, Salah.
Salah.
Thank you, first of all, for trusting us with this problem.
Yeah.
Salah.
Salah.
And what I will say, Salah, is that Salah. I've lost my train of thought now.
Well, first of all, I think congratulations, 48.
Well, yeah.
She's only got 2 left.
2 to go. That's it. What's stopping the 2 to go? But what I will say, okay, so
maybe they're gay.
Maybe. So she's going to a Christmas party and she's a bit overwhelmed with all of these wives. I just say, get yourself dolled up. Go to Jill's Hair and Beauty, look absolutely fabulous, and then when you turn up, they'll all be jealous.
Yes.
They'll all be jealous.
I agree. I'm going to guess Sally is a bit younger than the rest of the men.
Right.
And a couple of daddies. And I think she should go in there, and this is my advice. Look gorgeous, have your tits out. If you don't have tits, have your bum out, whatever.
Now, what I'd do, actually, is to stir the pot.
Yeah.
Bring a positive pregnancy test.
Just
put it in the middle. Play spin the bottle. And just watch them squirm. Who's it going to be? And if they've not, the 2 out of 50 men, they're going to be fine.
Or, just like Jill does in Nighty, if you've seen it, have a fake pregnancy. You should arrive with a 4-month bump.
Turn up to the Christmas party, full-size baby bump.
Oh.
Quite the conversation starter.
And then when the girls ask, say, whose baby is it? You just say, oh, I'm not sure. There was a few men in the picture at the time. Yeah, it happened at work.
And then make eye contact with every man in the room.
Fierce. Or even point. Say names. You could go around and say each.
Or do the I'm a Celebrity Bush Tucker trial.
Oh my God.
It could be you.
It could be you.
Yeah.
I would go.
Do it for the drama.
I would go around to each wife and say a different husband's name. So they all think it's a secret.
Yes.
And then they all talk, but then all of them find out at the same time that their husband,
Right.
Because the husbands deserve it. They're the ones that
love that.
The ones that cheated.
Absolutely. That's right. Well, there you go. That's what to do, Salah.
That's all we're getting, Salah.
Get on eBay, Sally, buy yourself baby bump, and have a great time at your Christmas party.
Yeah, you can even make one out of a bit of your sulphur foam. Right, Tits. Well, if you do want to send us a message in a bottle and get some advice, and you can do so by, writing on a piece of parchment, sticking it into a bottle and throwing it into your local sea or pond.
That's right. I mean, saving that, you can always just send us a message on Instagram at uptheaft, and we will do our best to get back to you and give you all the unsolicited advice that you never asked for. So that's how to do that, yes.
Perfect. Thanks, Tits.
Well,
thanks, Salah.
Well, thanks, Sally. Tell us how it goes. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Just in time for Valentine's Day as well. Do you have any plans? What's happening on the agenda for you?
Well, obviously, I'm apart from my betrothed, and so I'm in the UK and he's in the US. So, actually, he doesn't even listen to the podcast, so I can tell you.
Just as well, really.
I'm going to send a package. This is something to say. I tried to send this package to the US yesterday in Manchester, and the Royal Mail had a cyber attack.
I was going to say this. I was saying, because I was like, what's going on with Royal Bloody Mail? Because I ordered a wig from the UK, surprise, surprise, and it was just like, if you're ordering outside of the UK, it won't get there because Royal Mail's, blah, 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 is not doing it. And I thought, hold up a minute, I'm going to be bored. That's why I'm bored.
Yeah.
The wig's not arrived.
Basically, a Russian group went in to the machines at Royal Mail, and they did a cyber attack, so they sent all of the mail to different places. So that's why. So I went in there and he was like, no, you can't send it to the US. And I said, well, was there any other companies? He said Parcel Force.
Oh, God.
So there's no... I travelled then on that day back to the Isle of Wight. Yeah. There isn't a bloody Parcel Force on the Isle of Wight. There's barely an Asda.
Yeah, well, quite. Absolute carpet madness. Well, I know FedEx, sending it through FedEx, I think you can get it over. But, oh God, this is fucking interesting conversation, isn't it? Christ. But yeah, I mean, bloody hell, pull your finger out, Royal Mail.
Yeah, pull your finger out, because I want to put my finger in.
That's
and the only way I'm going to get that is if nice Valentine's Day,
Well, they've been on bloody strike for the past 2 weeks, so Christ knows what's going to happen. But, well, fingers crossed it makes its way over the pond to your beloved.
Yeah, me too. But wait, do you have any plans, Titty?
Yeah.
I know you're very lonely.
Yeah, I'm going to cry in a corner and down a bottle of gin.
But half a bottle of gin that you got for Christmas.
Half a bottle of gin they got for Christmas. That's
perfect. Well, Tits, I think I better go.
Right, are you off?
Yeah, I'm off. I've got things to do, people to see.
Well, you enjoy your time off. I'm going to be working tirelessly trying to get this episode together and out for Friday. So.
Oh, well, what else are you going to be doing today, Titty? Name the work commitments you've got today.
I've got the bloody show. That's what I've got.
Oh, do you?
I
I feel bad now.
and shower.
Anyway. Right.
Not too long till I'm coming back, so I'll see you soon anyway.
I can't wait. Well, Titty, where can they find us on social media?
Well, they can't find you, or better yet, they shouldn't. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, that's Titty _car,
yes,
car,
meaning
car.
shit. And you can find me at Miss Georgie Porgie UK.
That's right. She's never done a gig outside of the country. There we go.
You nasty cow. Right, well, follow us on all of our socials and also at Up the Aft. And new episodes come out every single Friday.
That's right. Send us a message, leave us a review, let us know what's going on. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Hold your breath. Go on. Dare you.
We anchor and hoist the sail.
Oh God, I need to get upstairs with a bottle of bleach. I still smell like the northern people. Oh, throw it in a box and fuck it.